Thanks for stopping by. I'm thinking if you clicked on this video, you're one of two people. Either you just got a laser and you have no idea what to do with it, or you're considering getting one and you're wondering what you can do with it. I'm going to answer both of those questions in this video today. I just got this new Jiccoda laser to test out, and if you're thinking to yourself, these things are way too complicated, I'll never be able to do it. First of all, they go together very easily. There's only a few parts in the box. It goes together just as easily as IKEA furniture. You just take it out of the box, put in a few screws, plug in the wires, and you're good to go. I got a couple of accessories with this laser. One is this honeycomb grid. This is something you're going to need if you're going to be cutting things out, because otherwise the laser is going to bounce off of your background and burn or put soot marks on the back of your material. So if you're going to be cutting things out, definitely going to want a honeycomb grid. And another thing is an air assist. It doesn't really assist the laser in cutting. What it does is it blows the soot and the smoke away from wherever you're burning. So it helps keep the laser clean and you don't get as much burn marks on the material that you're cutting. And remember, there's always time for safety. These things are dangerous. You definitely want to wear some kind of laser eye protection so that you don't harm your eyes. It's similar to welding. It's a very bright light. So not only are they stylish, they're going to keep you safe. First thing I wanted to try was to make a box. This box is a little small and impractical, but it was just a test. And I wanted to show you just how easy it is to make something like this. I went to the website, which I'll put a link down below to all these websites. Almost all of them are free. You go to the box maker website, put in your dimensions, how wide you want it, how deep, how tall, and put them in. I put some dividers in this box, and you just save the file. Go to the laser software, which I use Lightburn. Costs $60 for Lightburn, but I think it's worth it because there's a lot of support for it out there. There are free versions of software that you can use, but for me, the 60 bucks is worth it. It's a one-time thing. It's not going to cost you a lot of money every year. You send it to the laser and it'll start cutting out your box. It cuts out the box very quickly, and you can make modifications to the file easy enough if you need to, and then you just pop your little pieces out. I have a little pick here that I use to get out some of the smaller pieces where the dividers go in, and you just pop everything apart and put your box together. You can glue it if you want. If you decide you want to cut the lid off and put hinges on it, the possibilities are endless what you could do with this. If you want to make dividers for drawers, anything. So if you want to personalize your projects, laser's perfect for that. I picked up this picture frame really inexpensively at a discount store. Don't worry, I didn't pay $5.88 for it. It was in the 50% off rack. So this picture frame cost me about $3. I went to Canva, which is another free website, put in the text that I wanted to put on it, adjusted the size so it would fit the picture frame, and download the file and burn it on the laser. It worked out great. When I first started the job, there was a little bit of soot at the bottom of the picture frame. I didn't have the air assist turned up enough, so I turned it up a little bit, and you can see it's much clearer at the upper portion of the frame, which it cut with the air assist on. But this was made out of wood. It was easy enough to sand off the soot marks, and I think it came out great. Great way for you to personalize projects. I also did this cutting board. You can, again, buy these at a discount store and personalize them, or you can make your cutting boards yourself and personalize them, whatever you want to do. The next thing I wanted to show you was how to use your laser for doing a detailed painting. So what I did was I took a piece of plywood and I masked it off completely, and I burned a design right into the masking tape. Then I just took a little pick and picked off the pieces of the design where I was going to put the paint down, and you can see it comes off pretty easily. This isn't a real detailed design, so I didn't need to do it in layers. I'm only doing 2 colors. It's my logo because I'm not really creative. It's just what I came up with to use. And you can see you paint right over the masking tape, and when you peel the masking tape off, it looks great. If you wanted to do a more detailed thing, you could paint 1 color, mask it off, burn the next design for the next color, and do a really detailed painting if that's something that you're interested in. But I just wanted to show you how easy it is to do. The next thing I wanted to do was these acrylic night lights, and in order to burn clear with these acrylic lasers, you have to use some kind of masking. So I tried doing this with masking tape, and it burned the design okay, except when the laser vaporized the masking tape, it also vaporized the glue and it left a mess on the acrylic, and I would definitely not recommend trying it that way. I also tried something else with using it against a piece of black metal with some Vaseline in between. That didn't work out either. The thing I found that worked the best was tempera paint, and I put it on really thick and just smoothed it out as best I could, made a nice even coat of it, and let it dry overnight. Whenever you're doing something with these lasers, you always need to burn a test pattern, and that's another reason why I like the light burn software. It has the software built right in where it'll set up a test pattern for you. You just go to Laser Tools, Test Material, pick a setting for your text that you think is going to show up well, and then you set your minimum and maximum settings that you want the laser to go to for speed and power. And then you go to the material settings and make sure you change it from line to fill. Then put a test piece of material on the laser and run the material test. And what it does is it will burn a grid into your material at different speeds and at different laser powers, and then you can pick the one that works the best. And here you can see my test grid. It worked out okay, but at the lower speeds and the higher power settings, you can see it got hot enough that it melted the acrylic. So that's why you want to do a test pattern on any material you're unfamiliar with. So I knew I couldn't use those settings. I picked something in between, and then I burned this design using, again, the tempera paint. When you're finished burning, it's really simple. You can just take it to the sink and use water, and the tempera paint rinses right off. And I think this came out really well. It's hard for me to get a video shot of how good it looks, but I think these things are really cool, and there's a lot of possibilities here. If you're interested in using your laser for making money, I've seen these little night lights selling on Etsy for $40, which is really surprising considering you can buy the night lights from Amazon for around $6 or $7 if you buy them in bulk. So if you want to make money with your laser, that might be a way to go, and it's really simple to do. I hope this video gave you some ideas on things you can do with these lasers like the Jiccoda. Whether you're going to be using it just in your workshop for personalizing gifts that you made, or if you're going to start some kind of business, or you want to expand your business and move into more personalization with the laser. These are really handy little tools, and you might want to consider getting one. Now I have to get back to work.